the last 3 months, because of COVID-19, schools have been shut. I hope that these materials that we present today will be beneficial to students in their final year of secondary or high school.
Hello, welcome back to this learning section on this platform. Today we'll be talking on the topic called solar collector, and at the end of this lesson we expect that students should understand the relation between solar energy and what solar collector. But before then, let's talk about energy. What's energy? The energy is a very basic natural resource. Example: petrol, kerosene, cooking gas, and electricity. These are forms of energy that we use in our everyday life. I would say it is the motive force that powers our machine. But the major supply of energy to the earth is the sun, which is going to form the basis of our discussion today. Now, let's talk about electrical continuity. Now, continuity test is the checking of an electric circuit to see if current flows in that circuit, and it is usually performed by placing a small voltage LED or noise producing component, which is a piezoelectric speaker, across the chosen path. And when that is done, we go to test if current is flowing in the circuit. I would say the device used to perform this test include a multimeter. Now let's talk about solar energy. The solar energy is the energy from the sun, and the sun emits radiant energy at the rate of 4 times 10 raised to the power 31 joules. J stands for joules, but only a fraction reaches the earth. And we said solar energy is necessary for the sustenance of life on earth. Why? Because solar energy provides energy for every other activities which requires the availability of solar energy. Now, for example, a reduction of 7% of the solar energy reaching the earth will completely freeze the whole earth. In other words, if the fraction of what we are receiving right now is reduced by 7%, the earth is going to freeze. That's to tell you how significant the sun is to survival of organisms in the earth. Now let's talk about source of solar energy. We know that the sun is the major source of solar energy, and it emits radiation of a wide range of spectrum, or call it wavelength, from gamma rays, which are short and most energetic wave, to radio wave, which are long and the least energetic. And this solar energy is received by the earth from the sun as what? Light and what? Heat. They are received from the sun as light and heat. Here's a little assignment to reinforce what we just learned today. What device is used to perform electricity continuity, or what device is used to perform electric continuity? We talked about it in the introductory part of this lesson. In our next class, we will continue on this topic, part 2 of solar collector, and we'll get to see how devices that have been used to collect solar energy from the sun and how it's been harnessed into usage. Thank you for your time, and see you in the next class.